Hello friends, I'm Swapna Shetty. In this video, we will be able to differentiate between comparable and comparator interfaces. So basically a comparable interface is used to compare two objects, which is an interface located in java.lang package and contains only one method saying compare to, so which returns an integer. For a default natural sorting order, JVM internally calls compare to. So let's see this with an example. In the same collection samples, I'm just creating a class called comparable demo within a package com.hkts and with a main. So in this, I'm using treeset because treeset is a class in which the objects are stored in a sorted order. So how they are stored, JVM internally, how it calls the compare to method and all, we'll see using treeset. So treeset, ts equals to new treeset. So import the package called java.util and add some integers in it, say 10, ts dot add 20, ts dot add 5, ts dot add 0, ts dot add 15. So all integers are added in a treeset. So when I display ts object, even though the way we inserted like 10, 25, 0 and 15, when we look at the output, we get an output in a sorting order, that is in ascending order. All the objects are stored in ascending order inside treeset. So internally JVM calls compare to method of comparable interface. And first initially it stores 10, and then when the second element gets stored, that is 20 is compared with 10. Since 20 is greater than 10, it is stored next to it. And similarly, when 5 is stored, it compares with 10 and 20 and accordingly gets stored. Like this, all the elements will be stored in ascending order using compare to method of comparable interface. So for default natural sorting order, treeset is default natural sorting order is ascending order. So JVM is internally calling compare to method, comparing the objects and storing it. For example, when we are storing strings into treeset, all the strings will be compared as per their alphabetical order and get stored. Coming to the comparator interface, it's located in util package, java.util package, which contains two methods saying compare and equals. For customized sorting order, we use comparator interface. So let's say in the same example, if I wanted to store all the integers in descending order rather than ascending order, let's see how we can do it. So for that, I need one more class called myComparator, which implements the interface called comparator located in util package. So when I say comparator, that needs to be implemented, which is there in java.util package. So when I say class myComparator implements comparator, it is showing me a compile time error to add unimplemented methods. So when I click add unimplemented methods, I can see compare method which is having two objects. So since I'm storing integers into treeset, I need to sort all these integers as per descending order. So for that, I simply first convert these two objects into integer type, that is integer I1 equals to O1. So I get a compile time error to typecast. So simply add cast to the integer because O1 is of object type. but I1 is of integer type. So simply typecast. Similarly, second object, integer I2 equals to O2. So object to be stored in integer type. So add cast. Now I would simply say return I2 dot compare 2 of I1. So when I call this method, again it compares I2 and I1 and accordingly stores it into the tree set. So let's see what do we get. Okay, my comparator is already defined, so I'm just using my comparator one, changing the class name. So I just written a class. So when I run this, I would still get the order in ascending order because I did not pass the object of my comparator 1 to the tree set. So for that, pass the object my comparator 1. Now when you run the application, you get the descending order. That is, tree set will add the elements based upon the sorting order which was mentioned in the my comparator. So here I have sorted as per descending order. So I got the elements from 20 to 0. So the other way of doing this is instead of using compare to method, I can also do something like this, like if I1 is greater than I2, I simply return a negative number, any number, minus 100. Else, if I1 is less than I2, I simply return plus 100, positive number. Else return, if both are equal, return 0. So let's see, if we run this, we are getting a descending order. So this is for customized sorting order, we use comparator. So whenever you want to perform any customized sorting order, we need to pass the object of the implementation class of the comparator interface to the collection class. So this is how we have written implementation class for the comparator interface, and inside it we have overridden a method called compare method. So coming to the differences between comparable and comparator. So basically, comparable is used to define default natural sorting order. For customized sorting order, we use comparator. Comparable is present in java.lang package, whereas comparator is presented in util package. Comparable has got only one method, say compare to. Comparator got two methods called compare and equals method. And all the wrapper classes and string class by default implement the comparable. That is the reason when I stored integers into tree set, integer is a wrapper class. By default, it implements comparable interface. So it is getting stored into tree set in a natural sorting order, that is ascending order. But there is no predefined class which implements comparator. That's all with this session. Thank you.